Open. Great to have you back. Open Line Friday. Rush Limbaugh at 800-282-2882. Here's Dan in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I'm glad you called, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor, Mr. Rushball. I've been really wanting to call and talk about this matter. What I really have a big beef with the whole illegal immigration is I've served two times in Afghanistan, and I really had a real respect for my local translator, interpreters, and all these guys really wanted to do is earn the right to be called themselves Americans. And they'd fight day in, day out. While we were doing one-year tours, they were there for the full 10 years. And a lot of them are actually coming over here to the United States now because of, their safety, and they've earned that right. And it's sickening to me that all these people that have come here illegally are really getting a cut in the line. They're be able to become citizens and have done nothing to earn it. And
yes, they have.
And how's that, Mr.
Yes, they have. You think the lawbreaker? I'm sorry. You think the line cutters? You think the people here illegally haven't done anything to earn? My God, look at how some of them are 45 days on a train from Central America without their parents. And then what do? They promise to come here and immediately vote Democrat. That's the assumption. They are valuable. They are going to become members of the permanent underclass of this country, which the Democrat Party desperately needs. That is their contribution.
It's so sad because these guys, they not only do they serve with us, but a lot of them don't make it over here. They die. Their families are constantly in danger. They lie to their families about what they're doing to make money.
This is true. The larger point here that he's making is you have all kinds of people, quality people, and I don't mean to be saying anything untoward about those that are in the shadows, but we have educated, quality people that really want to become Americans. They really want to be American citizens. They want to buy into it, and many of them learn the oath that they have to take at their naturalization ceremony before they get there. I've known a couple. I knew a couple people that were going to be naturalized, and what happens is at the ceremony, they're given an oath. And it's a repeat after me kind of thing, like the presidential oath or any other oath. They knew it. They were so excited. They knew the oath. They could recite it from memory because it meant so much to them. And those people are the ones that are in line and getting in at a trickle rate. And they do. They see all over the country this mass migration. And after a certain number of years, the political class throws up its hands in supposed futility and says, well, we may as well get them out of the shadows here. They're here anyway. And they've been paying taxes and whatever other thing that makes them valorous. And so we must get them citizenship. We got to, and it's, they serve two purposes. Either going to be cheap labor or they're going to vote Democrat. I mean, that's the thought. And the Republicans think they might have a chance of getting them as voters, too. Speaking of all this, we have grab audio sound bites 6 and 7. Last night on Greta Van Susteren show on a Fox news channel, it's called On the Record with Greta Van Susteren. She has an eponymous show, by the way. And she said to McConnell, how do you have no government shutdown if you and the president are deeply divided on any particular issue? How do we as a nation avoid that? Greta, what are you doing to me? You know better than this. But see, she's feeding right into, oh, my God, Senator McConnell, how do you have no government shutdown if you and the president are divided? Oh, my God, how do we as a nation avoid a government shutdown? Oh, no. And so McConnell set up, and here's what he said.
You pass each bill that funds the government separately. And in those bills, if you object to bureaucratic regulations of one kind or another or presidential actions of one kind or another, you literally write into the spending bill restrictions. But if you do each bill separately, you take away from the president the argument that you're shutting down the government. He may veto the bill, but if he does, It doesn't have cataclysmic impact all across the entire government.
Neither does so-called shutting it down. Okay, here we go. So if you do each bill separately, you take away from the president the argument that you're shutting down the government. So here is this rampant fear again, rearing its head. You take a look at the 2010 elections, the Democrats got shellacked. They lost 700 seats all across the ballot from Washington down to local races. In 2012, they would have lost the presidency except for 4 million Republicans decided to stay home and not vote. In 2014, the Democrats got shellacked again. It is so bad for the Democrats that you got Tom Harkin and Chuck Schumer now publicly admitting Obamacare was a mistake. Henry Nostalritis Waxman quitting. The Democrats lost control of the Senate. The Democrat Party, I maintain to you, is in a state of disarray and it could be exploited if the Republicans had the ability to think and act like winners. Stop and think of what's happened here. Yeah, Obama's there in the White House. And yeah, he's doing executive orders. And yeah, I know pop culture is left. And I know that they're continuing to do drastic damage to our country and the culture. I know all that's happening. But in the world of politics, the Democrat Party is in a world of hurt. Mary Landrieu is going to get creamed by 24 points. There's not going to be a single Southern Democrat in the Senate. She's going to get wiped out this Saturday in that runoff election with Cassidy. They're getting shellacked everywhere, no matter how you look at it, across the board, politically, electorally. They're losing left and right, other than in their bastions of New York and San Francisco, places like that. As far as issues are concerned, the Republicans that won election this year all ran against Obamacare. The Republican Party nationally said nothing. This was a total rejection of the Democrat Party. And in the midst of all that, we have Republicans saying that they can't stop Obama because he might accuse us of shutting down the government. Oh, my God, you know what will you say about us then? It doesn't make any sense. The Democrat Party's not on the ropes. They're on the canvas. And in the midst of all of this, the Republican Party is acting frightened that the president might accuse them of a government shutdown, which happened exactly 1 year ago. They did it again. They accused Republicans of shutting down the government. It was so bad. My God, do you remember, folks? My God, it was so bad. The Republicans won in a landslide election 10 months later, just a month ago. That's how bad it was. Just in a purely intellectual sense, this makes no sense whatsoever. This fear. I am convinced this government shutdown thing is simply an excuse. Because the Republicans, for whatever reason, don't want to stop Obama on immigration. We know that's the case because Trent Lott was just with the Christian Science Monitor, blame me for getting you all riled up and stopping it in 2007. And I don't know if you've heard about this. Mitt Romney on Monday said Republicans could just swallow hard and go all in for total amnesty, comprehensive immigration reform, not this chump change 5 million, just do it for all of them. Beat Obama to the punch. Jeb Bush wants to run for the presidency on the basis of the same thing, comprehensive immigration reform. I think we got enough evidence to suggest the Republican establishment is also in favor of comprehensive immigration reform / amnesty, whatever. And over here, why, that government shutdown thing, that's a really cool thing to hide behind. No, Mr. Limbaugh, you don't understand. You're not in politics, sir. We understand that. You're not in politics, but we've got polling data. The American people don't want their government shut down, Mr. Limbaugh, and if it happens, they're going to blame us. Well, I may not understand the business of politics, but I do know a little bit about connecting with an audience and connecting with voters. And I'm telling you, that's not happening here. This government shutdown is just too. It comes up isn't it amazing how often this comes up? 4 times a year, government shutdown. And every time it comes up, it's the reason Republicans can't stop Obama or the Democrats. Yeah, polling data says that, we'd get blamed for it. And, people love their government, Mr. Limbaugh, and they don't like it shut down. Yeah, really? I'd venture to say 95% don't even know when it happens. Okay, the government shut down last December. Think back, folks. Think hard. Think long. Think deep. How did it affect you? What happened to you? Did your welfare check stop coming? No. Did your Social Security check stop coming? No. Did you have Christmas? Yes. Were you able to watch The Wire if you wanted to? Yes. Were you able to play whatever your video game favorite is? Yes. Did you have New Year's Eve? Yes. Were you able to put gasoline in your car, go where you wanted to go? Yes. Did you have a job? No, but that was before the government shutdown. What happened? The government shutdown. The only people that could probably remember what happened is the World War II vets who had spent a long time saving for a trip to their memorial in Washington, and President Obama told them they couldn't visit. And he turned the space over to a rally for pro-illegal immigrant activists, while the World War II vets couldn't show. Aside of that, can any of you tell me what the government shutdown did to you? I know the media was running around. They had their man on the street camera teams, microphones jammed in people's faces. How's the government shutdown affecting you? What? What? How's what affecting the government shutdown? Well, I don't know, but I think it's bad. See, Republicans suck, is how it works. It's just an excuse. Is there one more McConnell bite here? Yeah, Greta said if the Supreme Court does rule with King, this is the subsidies, so forth. Never mind. The question's longer than his answer here. Let me take a break. I've got something else I want to tell you about anyway. Get back. So don't go away.